Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Andreas. Andreas is from Phoenix in Arizona in the USA. So let's see what Andreas has to say. Enjoy the interview.
All right.
Hello, Andreas. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. How you doing?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
Pretty good so far. Can't complain yet. Just had me a little nice breakfast. Now from there, I'm getting ready to run some errands to the gym and get the day started, man. How about yours?
Been good actually. It's evening in London now. I had my dinner. It's a bit windy today in London. It's quite of wind. It was good weather yesterday, but today it's a bit windy. But it's nice. It's great to have a little bit of fresh air around.
Heck yeah, good to hear.
So tell me, what did you work out in the gym today?
Today I am going to be hitting chest and triceps, and then probably some shoulders. So
And
yeah.
how often do you go to the gym?
Man, I try to go to the gym at least 4 or 5 days a week. Mainly, of course, kind of mixes up when I'm on set for a movie or something like that. Then from there, I'll either try to do some push-ups or something on the side. But yeah, if I try to stay consistent, 4 to 5 days a week.
Amazing. And do you consider yourself to be more of a day or night person?
Night person. Yeah, definitely night person.
Always been?
Yeah, yeah. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always been a night person. Even if I try to make myself a morning person, I'm just naturally a night person. But if I do wake up in the morning, I love it. But it's a little hard.
And where are you from, Andreas?
So I am in Phoenix, Arizona. So that's where I'm currently staying at right now. Yeah,
What's
in
the
the
big,
United States.
what's the
Hmm?
biggest joy of waking up in Phoenix every morning?
Honestly, not even just Phoenix, just the biggest joy is just getting to wake up and try something new. So clearly for my career, I'm constantly doing something different every day. So the fact that I
Uh-huh.
get to wake up and just do something new, something different from the ordinary is what I'm so grateful and I love.
Right. So let's start the interview talking about your career as an actor. Yes. So tell me how everything started.
Yeah, so it's been a crazy journey, but I would just kind of say just I've always wanted to act, but I never had that time because I before I was running multiple bars in the Valley, so I used to be an assistant GM, just like running a couple locations here in Arizona with
Hmm.
hundreds of employees, and so I was constantly busy. Long story short, left everything, and then from there I had all this free time. I was like, what do I do next? I actually got into acting. I had a buddy that was he's an actor, and from there, I was just like, hey man, I was like, how do I get my foot through the door? What do I
Oh,
do? Yeah, so he had me join a couple like Facebook groups that were just basically looking for extras. And there was one post that was like, "Hey, I need an extra bad guy to get beat up." And I was like, "Well, I look like a bad guy. Yeah, I used to fight in the ring, so cool,
all
let's do
right.
it." So I go on set, and the director had me do a little fight choreograph with the main guy. And from there, as soon as he saw how I did it, the director stopped. He was like, "Hey, you can fight?" I was like, "Oh well, I spent a couple years in the ring, so I have some basic knowledge." From there, right away, he gave me more fight scenes, and then from there, he was like, "Hey, I want you back on set." Excuse me.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then from there, I got introduced to my second film and third film, and then it just took off from there.
That's great. So tell me so you be a fighter before as well.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
tell me, yeah, tell me a little bit about the career as a fighter.
Yeah, so the fighting never went pro. I fought when I was growing up. I did it for a couple years. I felt like I was really good, but I didn't let my body heal right. So growing up, when you're a young kid, you just think that you could just fight through everything. And I ended up getting tendonitis in my whole right arm. Excuse me, my whole right arm. And
Wow.
from there, it kept swelling up every time I was in the ring fighting. I know what was going on. I would just let it rest for maybe a week or two, jump back in the ring. And from there, after then going to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Hey man, if you don't stop fighting now, I got to do surgery on your arm." So I ended up stopping fighting for a little bit. Then after a little bit, I jumped back into the ring. Same thing, arm swelled up again. So I ended up switching gears. So I still love to fight. It's still my passion, but I switched gears. I started training people, and then I spent a lot of time learning about my body and just how to properly train and heal it. So I'm still in the process of just like getting the tendonitis away and just maintaining a good balance. But I'll admit now, since I'm getting into acting and modeling and everything, I don't want to get back into the ring because If I mess up my face or something, then it makes it harder to act.
I get it. I get it. I love the journey, the for you that just went to an extra job, about fighting. Suddenly they spot you and they could see the talent in there. I think it's
Mhm.
amazing. I love those stories, when you just try something new and suddenly you find your passion there. You find some new opportunities there. I think that's great. That's life, what life is about. I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it just because the fighting, it's since I have this fighting background now, it's actually really helped me with the action movies that I'm in. And I actually am a fight choreographer now as well. So
Wow,
there's a film I have coming up to where I'm designing the whole fight choreograph and everything. And just because of my background, it's really helping me to be able to make this all happen.
amazing. Okay, Andreas, during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey, okay?
Sounds good.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share point of views?
I'm ready.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just first to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's do it. Right, so before I start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer or you don't want to talk about, always can change. Okay?
Cool.
Amazing. First question is, if you could have been in a moment or event in history, which one that would be and why?
Man, that is a really tough one. That's insane. There's so much just great history. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna nerd out. So, of course, like I said, fight in the ring. So I got a big passion for it. Um,
Uh-huh.
I actually would love, as cheesy as it sounds, man. Two things. Either one, I would love to go back in the past and just see how 300 happened. With the Spartans, and just
Yes.
watch that war. Because to me, I mean, at least from the movie 300 and from what I've read in the books and everything, it just
Yeah.
seems like the Spartans were the ultimate warriors, and I would love to see just how they fought, what were their techniques and everything, not just reading it, but seeing it. I think that would be really cool. Nerdy side of me, I would say with the acting is I would love, and it wasn't even that long ago, but I would love to go back and just watch how The Lord of the Rings was created. Lord of the Rings
Wow.
is my favorite series, favorite movies, favorite trilogy of all time. So I would love to
Uh-huh.
actually go back to be on set and just see how everything was created.
I love that. Wow. I love the Lord of the Rings as well. But fun fact, the last time I watched it, actually I was flying to Canada. And I
Hmm.
have, the last movies for me is my favorite one. And I love the final, you know, fight that they had, not fight, the battle, yeah. And I
Hmm.
remember fast forward the movie like almost to the end, just to watch that final. I love
Oh
it. I think
yeah. Oh
it's
yeah.
amazing to see these monsters, all these fighters get together to, for the big battle. I always been
Hmm.
fascinated, and I was just wondering, my God, people around me, they were like, what this guy is doing to push forward the movie.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's the good part, so I get it.
I love it. Next question, let's do it. Hey, Andre. Next question for you is talking about movie. What is one movie you could watch over and over again? But you already talked about that, so I'm gonna get another one. Too easy to answer
Oh
that.
yeah.
Okay. Next question is, what's your idea of a perfect day?
Hmm. Perfect date, I would say, is going to be not only just what we're doing, but chemistry. It has to be good vibes. It has to be no stress to where we're constantly thinking like, oh, is this person having fun?
Mhm.
Are they having second thoughts, negative thoughts, like all that. Like as long as the excuse me, sorry, I just ate breakfast. But as long as the energy matches, you're having a great time. And then when it comes to activities, as long as it's something different. I mean, it
Mhm.
just kind of depends on the mood. I'd rather instead of just sitting at a coffee shop and talking, I want to see how you are when you're having fun, whether we're
Uh-huh.
going out and we're paddle boarding or we're doing something crazy like, shooting archery or just go-karts or just something different, Like I love to just try something new with people.
Wow. When you are on the dating scene, what's something about the person that for you goes like, oh my God, that gets my attention straight away? And the second part of the question is, how do you see the dating life or the dating scene in Phoenix, Arizona?
Dating line is interesting. It's not just I would say just in Phoenix. I think just in general the dating scene is a little different. I was actually on a podcast last month about the dating scene, and then I was on a date show not too long ago as well. So yeah, so definitely I'm starting to kind of see some things here because of course everybody has the dating apps. I re-downloaded them just for fun, just because see who you're going to talk to, but it's just different now. It's a little more difficult because I feel like everybody wants to be impressed and everything. And nowadays it's a little hard to actually just meet up with someone, generally get to know them, and then see from there. So it's a little interesting. You got to put in a lot more work in a different way, if that makes sense.
Tell me about your first kiss and your first love.
Hmm. Um, first kiss, man, was just a random girl when I was a little kid. I think I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, man, and just kissed this girl. And it was just kind of like, cool, that happened. Like you're a little kid, you don't know anything of it. First love was the girl I actually spent over 8 years with. We got married and everything. Unfortunately, divorced though, so don't gotta go too far into it, but basically life was good, and that's when divorced, and then I got into acting.
That's how it happened. You go through a tough time for suddenly something, sparkle, something new.
Mhm. Yep.
What's the biggest joy of being Andreas? What do you like the most about being you?
Being spontaneous and different, I would say. Because I mean, instead of just wanting to do the usual, just running a corporate job or a 9 to 5 or doing anything a little basic, whenever any of my friends or anything talk to me, it's always kind of like, of course, like what else are you doing? Like I'm always doing something different. I'm always bringing something else to the table. It's never going to be just the standard same conversation with me. When you speak to me, it's like holy cow. What crazy story is Andreas going to tell me? What is he working on now? What's his project like I'm gonna keep you guessing, you're just like, what is this man doing next? So that's what I love is the fact that I'm always doing something different. I'm constantly saying yes to everything. Like I told you earlier, I mean, there was 1 second I was on a podcast, then I was on a dating show, then now I'm also a game show host. Then I'm an actor. I did some military training the other day, with this one awesome badass guy that I'll probably explain in a bit. But so I'm constantly doing something different. It's never the same. I always tell you something different, and you're just like, of course you are. Like that's insane. So I just love it.
And you always been this way. You always had this mindset.
Yep. I've always had the mindset to just do something different. So even growing up, yeah, no matter what job I worked, I never wanted to just be the standard. I always wanted to either be the best of the best or I wanted to expand and try something new with it. For instance, I started working at this insurance company, and at first it was just basic claims, but I didn't want to just do claims. So from there, I ended up being one of the best employees, and from there I was like, hey, this is not enough. I want to do more. Then I started being the wellness ambassador for 11 teams at this company. Then I started being the diversity ambassador, and then I started being a trainer just because I was always looking for the next best thing and always doing something different.
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, what's the biggest joy of acting? What do you like the most about it?
That is a great question. I would say the biggest joy acting is just the fact of being different. It's just you get to really I mean, as the best way to put it is you are getting to act as a kid, like when you see kids playing imaginary toys or games or something like that, you're like, oh, that's a kid. But if you see it as an adult, you're like, all right, that's weird. But it's like, that's exactly what acting is. We're imagining that we are that character. I mean, just even me being on my first set when I had to imagine that I was a bad guy and I had to take out my target, it's
Wow.
just, it was just a lot of fun just getting to lock in and really pretend to be that character. So I would just say like the biggest joy is just getting to act out of the box, try something new and also just be around a bunch of other people that want to do the same thing, because in this industry everyone's so unique. Everybody has their own passion, why they're
Yeah.
doing this, and they bring in their own like energy to the mix. So it's insane.
Wow. And in living Phoenix, do you find like there's a lot of opportunities in acting, auditions, or how do you see that based on your experience?
Yes, yeah. So I have not been acting too long. I've only been acting since August. And since August, I've already been in quite a bit of films. The very first film I was ever in is coming out in theaters actually on the 18th of this month, and it's called Rendezvous Vendetta. So
Wow.
it's the very first film, but in Arizona, I would say it's a great place to start just
Yeah.
because we're still small. So unlike California, Texas, Atlanta, things like that, that's where everybody goes. So it's heavily populated. So it's a little harder to get roles. But in Arizona, since it's a smaller community, Arizona is known for more indie and commercials. So because indie, you're able to get into a bunch of projects and build your IMDb credits faster than if you were in LA or Texas or Atlanta or anything. Now, after you build up that experience in Arizona, then from there, if you then want to switch to being a SAG, actor, you could then go to, New Mexico or, then branch out to California and all that. But honestly, Arizona, I would say is the best start.
When you say indie, what do you mean by that?
Indie is going to be it's going to be lower profit and kind of like just an independent director. So it's not someone that has millions and millions of dollars, like huge budget, everything.
I
Most
see.
films are going to be around between, I would say, 15 to 30K, 30 grand, for kind of like the little indie film you're going to be on. And then from there,
I,
you start moving up and kind of gaining bigger budget films.
I see. All right. Next question is, if you could have a superpower, what that would be and why?
Hmm, superpower. Superpower is tough. I would say either I would say telekinesis or honestly maybe intelligence, I would say. Like intelligence just, kind of like a super brain because then I feel if I had a, just insane IQ, then from there I can make whatever I want, and then I can make my own powers.
If you could teleport yourself to anywhere in the world right now, right this moment, where would you go and why?
New Zealand.
Why is that?
New Zealand, of course, because that's where Lord of the Rings was filmed,
Of
and
course.
also, yep, and just because it's so beautiful. Every
Uh-huh.
time I see it, the one dream I've always had, which I've never been able to do my entire life, is I've always wanted to fall asleep in a grass field, an open grass field, and feel safe. Me, I've
Oh,
always been someone I'm very cautious of my surroundings, so. I can never just fully let go and just sleep out in the open. But I would love to do that in New Zealand if I knew I was completely safe. And then from there, just lay in the, just the green grass.
what's the meaning of life for you, Andreas, when you think about life?
To enjoy it. Meaning of life is to truly enjoy it. Because no
Yeah.
matter what, I mean, there's a ton of chaos, there's a ton of sadness in the world. And the thing is, don't let it bring you down. Like so much people, they focus too much on the negative side, which they then become the victim and they think just purely
Yeah.
negative. Meaning of life is you need to be able to acknowledge all that sadness and now really pursue the happiness, really pursue yourself. If you feel sad and you feel stuck, get out. Because, in reality, only you can benefit yourself. Only you can get yourself out of the dirt. Like you need to make it happen. So enjoy your life. And as long as you feel fulfilled, that's all that matters.
And do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Yes, I do.
Why is that?
The reason why is because no matter what, there's always someone doing worse than you or someone doing better than you. So, for instance, like why would I complain and just say that my life sucks knowing that I have a roof over my head? I have internet, electricity. I'm literally able to communicate with you through here when there's some people that don't even have that. There's some people that struggle to get running water and I'm chilling at home. So, happiness is a choice. I could choose to be sad and upset, or I could just be thankful and happy.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, let's do a little game. So let's pretend that you have the biggest budget in your hands and you're going to put together, let's say, a short movie or a project, and you can cast anyone in the world because money for you is not a problem. You're going to
Mhm.
be on it as well, and you can cast anyone to be your mom, to play your mom on this project. Also, any other to play your dad on this project. A romantic lover, yeah, a romantic partner as well to be on it. And at the same time as well, you can collaborate with any director or producer in the world to work with you. So tell me those names.
Man, what a question, man. What a question. Um, that's tough. I would honestly, the only thing I can think of right now is I would love to. It's already being they're already talking about making it right now, so sadly I'm just stealing their idea. But the Gears of War movie. I don't know if you've seen any info on Gears of War that they're going to start doing production. It's a movie that's going to be based off a video game that I grew up playing. I'm a huge fan, and I nerd
Okay.
out with it. So if I could do a film, something like that, to where I'm kind of playing like the main character, of course, like Marcus or something, I would love it. Cast, I feel like the cast is already like looking great what they are talking about. Of course, I would love to see Terry Crews in it. I would love to see let me think. Man, kind of going blank on this one. I would love to see Batista in it. Batista would be awesome. He is if you're not familiar with Batista, he used to be a pro wrestler and now he got into acting and the guy's just phenomenal. And then I would say man, I'm kind of going blank on his name right now, but he is one of my favorite actors. He's the main star in Reacher. Alan Richardson. He amazing actor, but I would love to work with him as well because I feel like the passion this guy brings would be phenomenal to learn and work with him. Because I honestly like just to gain to work with these awesome people, I would be so excited. Um, I don't know who the heck I would want to cast as my mom in it. The only person I could think would be my actual mom. You know, she's a feisty little Latin
Oh,
lady. So, I think it would be hilarious to work with her. Um, uh, Same thing with my dad. I couldn't really see that, but I mean, a lot of people say I look like Jason Momoa. So I guess maybe if I made him like my dad or my big brother and be like, "What's up, dude?" You know, like I don't know. But yeah, I would say to do something like that. And then of course the guy that directed, Lord of the Rings, I think he would be a great fit because
oh,
the reason why I'm going to say him is the reason why is because if you notice in Lord of the Rings, the amount of time they put into making that film, they actually made the armor and everything from scratch. They didn't just use mainly CGI. It was all makeup and everything, which is what
wow.
made the movie what it was today. So I feel like that would, I mean, it would give us actors a ton more work to sit there for hours getting makeup put on us and stuff, but it would be worth it. So I hope I didn't babble too much, but yeah, Gears of War.
You mentioned about your mom and by your name. So, what's your background, Andreas?
So I'm a big mutt. I am Russian, Italian, and Spanish, and my Spanish is from Argentina.
Oh my God! Wow. And so, but your parents, you were born in the U.S. or not?
Yep, yeah. So I was born in Florida. My mom is from she was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina,
Ah,
and then from
okay.
there raised here. My real dad, I unfortunately do not know him. I just know he either lives in Italy or Peru, one of the two.
And do you speak Spanish as well or not?
Yep, I speak Spanish. I'm not 100%, but I can get by.
I see. All right. Okay, next question is, what three things are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful that I'm here, that
Hmm.
I'm breathing. I'm most grateful for my family and I'm most grateful, of course, for my friends and then just a roof over my head, really.
Wow. And which person in your family you feel more close to or more connected with right now?
I love my family all equally, but of course my little brother. My little brother is he's my main rock. He is definitely like my main go-to. I'm always calling the dude like every day, just seeing how he's doing. So he's definitely the main one.
Okay, so your little brother, he's watching this interview right now and have a moment and opportunity to send him a message. What would you say he's watching?
Man, I would say he's gonna be a great dad, and he is he's gonna do great, and just to enjoy life and don't stress, man. Just take things one step at a time.
Amazing. Two questions left. Let's do it. Hey, Andreas, next question for you is, who is your biggest idol and what have you learned with this person?
That's tough. A lot of people always have idols. I don't really have an idol. There's no one that I like would say is the main person for me. It's just I have a lot of people that I respect. I don't really
Mhm.
have a main idol. I guess one that kind of clicks to my mind is I would say a little bit on Leonardo DiCaprio or like Brad Pitt, just how they all can really lock into their characters and really fulfill their role. I would say that's definitely a good fit. Not 100% idol, but definitely some people I respect.
Okay, so one day you're gonna wake up in the morning having two missed calls on your phone from Leonardo DiCaprio and from Brad Pitt.
Hmm.
Which one you're gonna call back straight away, and which one you're gonna send a message? I'll call you back another day between those two. Ooh, tell me.
Man, that's tough, man. I was already kind of stuck in between those two. Um,
And both of them, they're watching this interview. Okay, just to let you know, they're watching right now. They're expecting your answer. Wow.
yeah, hey, both of you reach out to me then, man. Like I said, I'm acting, I'm modeling a game show host, so let's make it happen.
But you
Man,
can call back just one, and the other one you're gonna ignore for now. You're gonna send a message. I'll call you back another day.
that's messed up, man. That's messed up. Because honestly, I mean, they're both awesome.
Ooh, I know. It's tough.
Yeah, tough question. I would have to say, I feel like it would be really fun to pick at Brad Pitt's mind. I wanted to say Leonardo DiCaprio, but Brad Pitt has a lot more experience, and I definitely feel like picking at his brain would be insane. So I would call Brad Pitt first.
That was difficult and hard.
Yeah, Barry.
Last question, ready?
Hmm.
Let's do it. Last one. Okay, before the last question, tell me, of course, I can see how much you appreciate your career as an actor, and the way you are navigating through the career, you are learning and connect with people, and, it's amazing to see. So far, tell me a moment that you're never gonna forget, that so far you go like, you know what? I'll remember this moment very close to my heart.
Mm. Yes, so I actually do have one, and I would say it's what really made me go full throttle into acting. Um, so I was actually on my third movie set. And at this point, I was still trying to break out of my shell. Like the one main blockage that you have as a new actor, which honestly you'll always have until you can really break it. You're always gonna have doubts in yourself and think like, oh man, like I look stupid, I look dumb, I need to work on this or something. But it was my third set. I was on this little film, and I got told from the director, I got to play almost like a zombie, but basically a guy that's been tortured for years, and I want to end my life. And so I had to look crazy, and of course, with my long hair and everything, I was shirtless. I had to look like I was in a lot of pain. And we did the first take, and I'm sitting there, he says action, and like me and all the other extras are having to look like we're in pain and screaming and everything. And I felt so dumb. I felt so dumb. I was like, oh my gosh, I look so stupid. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I was like, the director is literally going to look at me and say, get the hell off set, like all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And so I'm sitting there like just thinking so negative in my mind. And then one of the main guys, awesome guy, the camera zoomed in on his face, and he basically like it was a scene to where there's like blood running down his eyes, and he had to be screaming because they just like tortured his eyes. So he had to sit and look at the camera, and he had to scream. And then after that, they said cut. And after they said cut, they stopped rolling, and that main actor was still screaming and started crying. He literally broke down. And seeing that was insane because then the director actually had to go up to the guy, pick him up, and walk him off set and comfort him, like, hey man, like great job. You did great. When I saw that, it threw all negative thoughts out of my head because I was like, man, I'm over here
wow.
thinking I look like a dumbass, and this guy is literally crying on camera and pouring his passion into it. When I saw that, everything changed. Like a switch flipped in my head, and it was just like, dude, you need to stop thinking negative and just lock in. And then after that, I fully locked in, and now ever since then, I have not had a negative thought since. I'm just kind of more excited to be on set and just to put my whole passion into it. So that was definitely the day for me.
Wow. Great. Last question is, what's the best compliment have you ever received?
Mm. I've gotten a lot of good compliments, I would say. Man, I gotta say lately it's definitely the hair. I think
Uh-huh.
just the hair, like I'm constantly getting compliments on my hair that it's soft and it's
Wow.
good genetics and stuff. But either my hair or I would say my broad shoulders. I have naturally really broad shoulders and I'm always getting compliments on it. So I'm gonna say between those two.
Wow. As I can see, you have a lot of tattoos, Andreas. Which one is the very first one you ever had? Which one is the latest one? And which one is the most meaningful one?
First one I had, it is, I mean, you can't really see, but it's just a little Italian flag, that
Okay.
I have with a cross. So very first tattoo, barely turned 18. And it was something that my sister, as a gift, she took me to get my first tattoo. She was like, "Hey, I want to be the one to take you to get your first tattoo."
Wow.
So very first one. Um, Last tattoo I had was actually on my back. So I have a
Mhm.
huge tattoo on my back, going it's going up the back of my neck, down my entire back to my butt.
Wow.
It's going to be a huge giant piece that eventually my artist is going to want to put in competitions. I haven't been tatted in a while because I've been so busy, but it's definitely my most recent, has over 30 hours into it. And then
Wow.
my favorite tattoo
The most
would
meaningful one. Yeah.
most meaningful. Sadly, it's more of a sad meaningful, but I see it in a good way. Is I have a tattoo on my forearm, which it's going to be too hard to really just show on camera, but basically it has three skulls with white roses, and in each skull it has a letter engraved in it, and it stands for GDS, which is goddamn son. That was it was the old gamer tag for me, my brother, and my brother-in-law. We used to play video games together, enter tournaments, and all that. And then my
Wow.
brother-in-law, he was killed. And so basically, so the tattoo is saying that no matter what, the three brothers were going to remain together even after death, and like GDS will always stay together. So it's just kind of like my most meaningful one. Of
Oh, wow. Amazing. Thanks for sharing.
course.
Right. Not in yet. Let's play now the word association game. I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay? Let's
Okay.
start with money,
Bills,
fear,
spiders,
family,
everything,
life,
happiness,
love,
caring,
religion,
mm, balance, I would say, when it comes to religion.
okay? Sex.
Great.
That's not very quick. Great. Politics,
Annoying.
friendship,
Everything.
desire,
Passion.
regret,
None.
success.
Hmm. I want to say success with success.
Okay? Wish.
Ah, man, happiness,
And one word for happiness.
loving,
One word for Phoenix.
hot.
Everyone says that.
It's so damn hot here, man.
One word for USA.
Amazing.
One word for fighter.
Passion.
And the last one now, acting. One word.
Oh man, I want to say every word for this one, but just yeah, passion as well.
Wow. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your little brother for a coffee and I'm going to ask him. Define Andreas in one positive and one negative word only. What he would say about you.
Positive would be confident.
Good one.
Negative would be talkative.
What what's your star sign astrology, Andreas? I don't know if you believe in astrology. What's your star sign?
Gemini.
Gemini. Okay. Let's play now, Andreas, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you asking the question, tell me what being a fighter in the past, what that journey has taught you.
Oh man, it taught me a lot. So I actually grew up a very tough kid. When I mean tough, I just mean a little hoodlum. I grew up in gangs. So I was one of those little punk kids that just fought everyone for no reason, or I fought because they had, a problem with my crew or our turf or all that stupid crap. So I used to
Hmm.
be a very troubled kid, got in a lot of trouble with the law quite a bit. And then after fighting in the ring, it gave me a couple things. One, it humbled me, because as a little kid, you think you're indestructible, and then you step in the ring and you fight someone that actually knows what they're doing, and you're like, oh, I suck, and it really taught me respect, because as a hot-headed kid, I had all this testosterone and I just wanted to fight and do all these stupid things. Step in the ring, it helped calm me down. It gave me peace, humbled me, made me, respect everyone, and it kind of just gave me a different understanding in the ring. Like now, when I would fight someone, it's more of like a respect thing. So rather than just thinking in your mind like, "Oh, I want to get them, I want to hurt them," it was more of seeing it as like a game of chess. Like who's the more dominant one in the ring, and let's have a fair mutual fight.
Wow, amazing. Okay, Andreas, you can ask me a question now.
So I can ask you a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what made you want to start this show?
Wow, what a great question. 2020, when the world went upside down, yeah, with the
Mhm.
COVID situation, during that time, I was already thinking about creating something on YouTube where I could express myself, where I could let people express themselves as well. But I didn't know what I could do because, as you know, there's so many creativity people around the globe, sharing beautiful things. And I just want to do something different, something that I could express myself. So I went for a run in the park here in England. During that time, you could leave the house once a day for exercise. And I was going for a run every single day, and one of those runs, this idea came along. And I remember the moments, I remember the place. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create some questions. I'm going to research some questions. And I'm just literally invite random people around the globe, to see the way they see life, the way they approach life, to see their passions, their negativity or their positivity, their struggles, anything that they could share. And yeah, so that's how it started, literally through a run in the park. That's how the idea came along. And I'm so grateful for that because I had here on the show people from every part of the globe, people from different backgrounds, different point of view, different opinions, and people they come here to the show and they share memories without any judgments. I think the Magic Box is a place where people can be themselves and they can express the way they are without any judgment. So that's exactly how the Magic Box started. When you're acting, when you are doing your passion,
Hmm.
exactly the same feeling when I'm doing the interviews, Andreas. It's the
That's
same
awesome.
feeling. I'm literally exploding when I'm doing the interviews. I feel the greatest. That's the best William anyone can have. I even forget I'm recording. I just remember when I look on the side because I just feel like talking to a friend. So yeah, that's how the show started. Through a run in the park. Yeah.
Dude, I love that. That's awesome. And yeah, exactly like you said, man. That's my favorite. I do not care about anything else.
Yeah.
What I care about is you tell me your passion, like what you love. Like,
Yeah.
don't just tell me, about like your basic job or something. Like, if you love your job, tell me about it. But just tell me
Totally.
something exciting with you.
Amazing. Did you enjoy the interview?
Oh, I loved it. This was awesome.
Thanks again. Thanks, Andres, for being so kind and sweet and accept my invitation. And again, carry on with your passion. I think it's amazing to see, people expressing the way they are and through arts as well. I think, when you're doing something with passion, tell me, it's the best feeling anyone can have. So carry on, keep going with your journey, and for sure you're gonna get to a place that's, you're gonna feel the best and the greatest as well. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Oh, 100% chase your dreams. Don't
Hmm.
settle for less. Like, really pursue what you want to do. Make it happen. Figure it out. Whether all you have is 10 minutes a day, use that 10 minutes to just put a little taste into your passion. Whether you do want to get into acting and you're like, oh, I don't have time. I got to work. I got kids and everything. You got 10 minutes. Use that 10 minutes to practice making a monologue or look up some improv or look up how someone acts, or go follow my page because I always post, monologues, things like that to give people tips. So make it happen. I'm telling you, make it happen. Don't settle for less.
Amazing. Very good. Thanks again. Regards to your family and friends, and keep in touch. It was a pleasure to have you on the show. Okay, enjoy your day.
Sounds good. You too. Well, be safe.
Bye bye. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.